Guys, how we doing? Here, okay? We're doing something a little bit new today. Bear with me. So, what am I standing in front of? This is TypeScript, guys. This is TypeScript. This is Sparta. This is where we stand and fight. Okay, I'm done messing around. So yeah, this is TypeScript, guys. So I'm having a go. So there's a little secret here. What a lot of people don't know is that I'm really new to 3D design. As in, I've been doing it a couple of years. But I've actually been a developer for about 20 years. See, that's kept secret. I'm just going to do a quick audio test to make sure we are performing. Bear with. Otherwise that secret just dies right here. 2 seconds, audio test time. Bada bing, we're back. Okay, audio's good, guys. Hi, friend. So friend, I did get your invite earlier. I was in work at the moment. I saw it flash up. So right. Oh, here we go. You ready? This is gonna be a whistle-stop tour. So, I've been doing TypeScript in Horizon Worlds now for less than 24 hours. to let you know where I'm at. That we've made some great progress so far. So my aim is to try and look at sort of how I was working with code blocks before, right? And then seeing if I could actually translate that into TypeScript. And so far it's going okay. I always say to people that the struggle is not actually TypeScript itself. The struggle is the Horizon Worlds API. Now, luckily, there's some pretty good documentation on it. And I'm not, listen, I've been doing this for less than 24 hours. I'm not in a position where I'm ready to pass on any wisdom or knowledge as yet. So now there's a lot of guys out there who've been using this for years. I haven't. 24 hours, guys. 24 hours. It's the last time I'll say that. But that said, we've come far already. Simple stuff though, really simple rudimentary stuff. So we'll have a quick look at a few. Now these are not actually tested yet, but I think I'm nearest damn it with them. One slight problem, I can't, on one machine, I can't test these as such. Well, I suppose I could go in VR and actually have a look at how they perform. Yeah, because I've only got Meta Horizon Creator program on, well, on my one account, as I should have, right? And unfortunately I'm doing my presentation on this account, so I might need to set up a separate broadcast account to do this. And so that I can use the MHCP tooling. Yeah, you know what I mean. So right, this is a notified player join. So, you know, those little code block scripts that we have that when someone comes in, we notify everyone in the room that someone has come in. This is how I think you do it, right? Again, I'm gonna come back with slightly better little mini tutorials once. Maybe I'll even publish these on GitHub for people to grab. But to be honest, I don't like giving people things. This is one of my weirdnesses. Hi, Sweet Valley. I don't like giving things away. I like showing people enough stuff that they can go and do it themselves. I don't like giving them everything, because when you give people things, they don't appreciate it and they don't learn. And all you end up with is just a bunch of scripts being passed around, people who have no intention of learning. And I'm a weird one with that. I'm very, very singular-minded there. I think that progression comes through struggle, and we need to go through that struggle. It's that journey. If we're just given everything on a plate, then a bit masses. We end up just with the same worlds, the same thing. I'll take you back in time a little bit. So Horizon Worlds, a year and a half ago, I used to get about 5 invites a day. Hey, come and look at my bar. No. Why? Every bar I went into had the same beer pong table that was being passed around. And that's all there was. It was literally just box rooms. People with their first spells of box rooms with the same beer pong table. And after seeing my 8th beer pong table in like one weekend, I was like, I'm done. I'm actually done. This is a joke. Like, stop wasting my time. Ali, I don't mean that to be completely harsh, but I mean, there's a lot of creativity just waiting to be unlocked in people, and as long as we keep just reusing the same crap over and over again, we just pollute the landscape. It's like dropping crisp packets everywhere. Okay, I have strong radical beliefs, I'm sorry. Let's keep this positive. So in here, some things I'm seeing the patterns already. We've got, hi Shauna, how you doing? Hey, good afternoon, sweet baddie. Let me just bring up the chats on the left-hand side as well, because I'm watching Twitch and YouTube today as well, so I've got to be mindful. Select. And gosh, we're up to 56 followers on Twitch. That's not bad. Given I sort of abandoned Twitch for the longest time. Hey, let's look at this. What's that? Nope. What's the YouTube window, eh? Had it a second ago. Could be this one. Cool. Alright, lovely. Hello, YouTube as well. So here we go. So what this does is we have a property definition. And that property is called entrance sound. It is of type entity, right? Because you have to use generics in Horizon Worlds. When I say generics, I mean you can't say it's an audio gizmo at that level, I don't think. I think you're limited, and IntelliSense will do you a fair amount of code completion favour. So I press dot, it gives me all the crap that I can use in here. And you can see that sound is not one of them. So you've got to also in your mind equate this to code blocks already. We've got colours, entities, which are objects. So when you see entity, just think object. You got numbers, you got players, quaternions, and quaternions are rotations, by the way, if you've not come across those before. Strings, sure. Vec3s, which are your vectors. 3-part numbers, which you use for sort of positions and scale. Obviously quaternions, sorry, I should have said, yeah, definitely rotations. All the way rotations. But also you'll notice you've got these types which are declared as sort of arrays. So you've got number array, entity array, quaternion array, string array. So all these things are in there. By the way, if the zoom level's not working, if you just tune into, I think YouTube's still streaming in HD, so you can full screen that if you need to get close. But I do like having the full screen open. Okay, so we'll just come back to here. So the property type on that is going to be a entity, okay? And you can specify default as well, which is something you could also do in code blocks. So where you create your variables, and you say, like, you know, want to create an integer, by default it's 0. Now, of course, you can change that default to be like 5 if you want in the actual code block, and then you can override it in the property set on the outside too. That is also a thing. So when you save these code blocks, they become available in the desktop tools. I can't believe we're talking about the desktop tools. It's amazing. Like, we haven't been able to do this before. Cheers, Tina. Thank you. Yeah, this feels so weird. I was so careful not to break any NDAs back, like, you know, just over a week and a half ago. Every video I made, I felt horrible, guys, because I was making these videos that were just incomplete. And I've had so many questions from people like saying, "Oh, can you go through the actual Horizon upload bit?" And I'm like, "Well, I can't. I'm sorry, because if I do, I'll get thrown off MHCP." But of course, as of 21st of November, now I can. So. Hooray. And it's good to see other people are. I think, by the way, if you guys are on YouTube, follow Lakes is live. That's LAEX is live. He is brilliant. He's part of the video team. And he is actually, 2 years ago, the one who put together enough videos for me to actually get into scripting in Horizon in the first place. He used to run these really long streams and go through an awful lot of things. And I'm eternally grateful to him. And I will always send people in his direction from my little corner, of course. I mean, everyone knows already, but well, if anyone hasn't, I hope that they find him, because honestly, Lakes is top dollar. I'm just starting out here, but yeah, he does live streams as well, and also recorded videos on the video channel. So if you do want educational material, I can't think of anywhere better to go, to be honest. Incredible. Right, so So that's an entrance sound, which we've assigned in here. And then we have like, this is just a variable declaration here, okay? And that's an array of players being initialized. So I'll sort of pick through it. The name of the variable is players. The type of it is capital P player. And you'll notice there's an open close on the square brackets. That's very important because that signifies that it's an array type. If I didn't have that open close just here, that would say it's single and the whole thing falls over because I'm initializing a single type of player to an array, which is the next bit, even though I got to that bit yet. So if I just put that back in, okay, now we're seeing, yeah, started off as a blank array. Okay, very important. Hi, I love roses, how you doing? Cool. Okay, so that is what a variable declaration is like. So we've seen a parameter, which is always under this static props definition, okay? Well, yeah, the name of the TypeScript is here, and it extends component with a type of, well, itself in this case, but also you have to then bottom just the value to it. You have to register the component too. That's incredibly important. If you don't register that component, then it's not going to be able to be harnessed on the outside. So yeah. So then you have this pre-start bit here. So that's different from start. And pre-start is used to wire up bindings. So for example, we're going to connect code block events of player entered world and player exit world, okay? And we're going to bind that. These are built-in events. If I just sort of explore here, you can actually see, if we take this down here, if I just sort of bring that out and press dots, hi John Goose. Oh, by the way, I'm opening the notice a little bit later tonight. I think probably 8:30. And if anyone out there's watching, there's no coach tonight as well. Coach still asked me to pass that on. Yeah, just I'm running a couple hours behind tonight, but try to catch up now. So you actually see in code block events is kind of like I want to call it like an enum. I've just had an invite from someone who sends me the same invite every day, and they haven't spoken to me in 6 months. Nuts. Sorry. Woo! Tools away. Okay. So in code block events, you can actually see things which should look familiar if you're into scripting in Horizon Worlds. On button 1 up, on button 1 down, on audio completed. That's interesting. You don't tend to see on audio completed actually in the editor, at least unless that's changed recently, but that was always something you had to put in manually into Horizon Worlds. They never included that as a system one. Oops. And if I scroll down this away on project, I'll hit player, blah, 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 blah. So, but what I've been quite careful to do is these built-in events, right? What we do is we bind the events. So when the events are thrown, we say on this entity, we want to bind this through to when player enters world, which is actually a private function that we've got here. And you'll notice the way I've done it here, guys, is I've given it a lowercase o so you can distinguish. That's the system one, and that's the built-in one. And even this sort of reinforces that, because we're saying we're binding the global sort of code block event on player enter world to this. So when a player enters world, we run the contents of this function. Now, as it happens, oh no, there is something in there, great. We pass in an argument. So being a system event, right, you can actually see just if I hover over it on player enter world, I'm assuming you can see the pop-ups there. Let me just confirm that. But you can see that takes a single parameter, which is player. Subtype player. But I've called it entered by. Now I may come back and change that in time, I don't know. I was trying to be sort of creative with the naming, but I'm starting to think that actually might not be a smart idea. Great. So similarly, just below it, we've got on player exit world as well, okay? And that's just here. And I've put some console log points in as well, just so I can test these. I've just said, look, the exited by, and this little thing just says if it's, you know. can't believe it's null, I think. I'm pretty sure of that. So my TypeScript game is a little weak. It's not something. That's okay, Oliver. You get. Yeah, my TypeScript game is a little bit weaker. I have to out than a lot of languages, but that is. It's like a safety. It's like a null safety thing, so it doesn't throw an error if that is indeed blank. But what's really interesting is player is actually a custom object. And what you can do, you can actually inspect this. If I just look at the player type, I can actually see all the crap that's in here. So I know I've got an ID, which is wonderful. And that's going to come in useful at certain points as well when we look at other scripts. So if I just close that. But yeah, I'm having a little break from Blender just on stream tonight because I've been doing it for like 4 or 5 days, and I think yeah, I could do a little break from it. It's been a slog. My brain is absolutely fried. But you know, the Lotus is getting ready. What I might do is I might work on starting Till of the Horns tonight and just see. Well, I could do horns and drinks. I've got to learn the custom UI, which is kind of why I've been delving into the Holomatic, while I'm talking about the TypeScripting. Things I want to do the Holomatic and all these sort of stage arrangement controls. I want to do them in the new custom UI, so I've got some reading to do there. But yeah, sorry, where I was going was in here on Player Entered World, we cast this .props.entrance sound, which if you remember was this bit up here. So we're getting the property of entrance sound, which is an instance. And we're casting it to an audio gizmo, which that unlocks the ability to run audio-based commands on it. So I can run a method on here called play, which is wonderful. That's exactly what I want to do. So it'll play like a little ding-a-ling when someone comes into the world, which is nice. By the way, anyone on the Twitch or YouTube, please say hi. I can see you guys over there, but you mean awful quiet, making me sus. Cool. All right, so we'll have a look at another one. So in teleport, this was to do with players entry and exits in the world. If we look at the teleport one, we've got a slightly different one here. It says this is a lot easier to digest instead of a player entered and having an exit, even though the exit wasn't actually doing anything. You can certainly see that we've wired up in the pre-start the connect co-block event full on player enter trigger. Okay, so when a player enters a trigger, we're binding that to the on player enter trigger, which again takes a player object. That's simple. So then you can see we've actually implemented that below. And we've cast a spawn point gizmo if you look really closely there. So the actual property at the top we've defined as a spawn point, which, much like the audio block in the previous one, is just an entity, right? It's a generic entity, but we actually cast it in the actual player enter trigger to a spawn point gizmo, which then gives us the methods for a spawn point, so we can teleport players using that. Right. So you pass that. We basically pass the player to the teleport, and we see teleport player. So it passes the player to the actual teleport. That works. I had a really nice dinner tonight. I had like chicken and leek gratin, which is like, it's like chicken breast with like a really nice smooth cheese sauce on top of it. It's melted cheese sauce. No, sort of crispy breadcrumbs. I think leeks in there as well. I do like leeks. Leeks are like the national vegetable of Wales, I think. It's crazy. I don't know. Oh. Cool. Alright. So that's the teleport script anyway. Again, very, very simple. I'm trying to build out all these very simple examples. One that I do want to try and attack, actually, and I'm going to give that a go now, is the mood light, right? So if I just say new file, okay, and I'm going to call it mode light 2. Amazing, beautiful VR headset. On a new keyboard as well. I better up my touch typing game. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go into, I made one called template script, which I tried coming out with a whole load of basic stuff and samples so they can just lift and push. That's probably not the cleanest way to work, but while I'm learning, I'll take it. It's going to speed me up. So if I say like Let's just close this up. Would like to. Oh, and this is also wired up to a GitHub, but it is a private repo, guys. What I'll probably do in time is I'll pull out some samples, like the easy ones, like the Caliport, and I've even done a visible too. Actually, the visible ones. We'll have a quick look at that. It's quite an exciting one. This was probably the third one I tried. Again, I don't know if it's feature complete yet, but it certainly blows all the whistles. It looks right. So we have 2 events: on player enter world and 1 player exit world of King. And we have ourselves. We get the server player, which actually we have to get the server player via a method that's held on the global sort of world object. So that works okay. We also have a list of players. Oh yeah, the reason why we do that is because in our list of players, we've got player names, which is a string array. I haven't actually set that up yet, so we can fix this. Yeah, we can fix this, dudes. So at the moment, this is incorrect. There's a massive bug in here, right? So what we've done is we've said in here that when a player enters, we add them to the visible to list, which we don't want to do, actually. What we do want to do is we want to check if the user's actually in there. So what we're going to say is we're going to say pif. And again, remember, I'm quite used to TypeScript in terms of, yeah, I've written in the past, but I have my daily driver languages. This is not one. So if I just pull this code up and plop that there, all right. What I'm gonna do? Is I'm gonna say if. What? I'm actually gonna steal this. No. So const in enter. What this does is this finds the index of a player with a given ID, but that's not quite what I'm after. I'm actually after this dot player names, okay? And I'll have to declare this in the actual outer bit. So constant is this player names, find index, so entered by dot. So what we're doing is we're searching player names. Wait. For 2 seconds. Entered by dot name, I think. Yeah, let's try that. Oh, hang on. Find index. Hang on a sec. Yeah. Player names. Player names. Dot name. And I'm going to do NP equals because I do want it to be just a case sensitive search. Well, I think I know. Fit. We'll find out now. So I'm just gonna jump across to TikTok a second, see if anyone's on there. Cool. So it's not really entered by ID, it's me entered by name. Let me have a little look. What have I screwed up? Okay. This dot player names. See if it likes that. Oh. Oh no. Sheffield. And I'm having a brain fart a sec. Sorry, guys. Hang. It doesn't help. I've got a faulting if statement below as well, which I'm actually going to just fix up a sec. So if index is greater than or equal to 0, yeah. then do that. So if we find a match in player names. So in desktop players, and say player names. Oh wait. No. That's weird. This dot player's find index player dot player ID. So I'm gonna say player player dot name. Hill, where are you coming from? Wait a second. I don't know where that's coming from. Where is he coming from? Oh, I see. It's just right. Oh, look, they've actually done in my earlier exam, which she just gone. It's greater than she's probably cleaner way of doing it than greater than or equal to 0, to be honest. That's fine. Yeah. Hi, Oscar. How you doing? Player names does not exist on type visible 2. Well, oh yeah, of course it doesn't. Bloody hell. Okay, so insert this dot props dot player names. So the thing, I didn't walk into this session with a pre-written tutorial. I'm actually learning this as I go, so that's good. Okay, so player dot, and I want to call it like name. No. Find index. That's it. Uppercase, lowercase. Do I need 3 of these? Let's try it. That's what happens, eh? Oh, so. Oh. My cat is subbing himself on the rig eater right now. He's having a whale of a time. Hi, Trix. I'm good, thank you, Oscar. Yeah, really good. Really good. I'm just doing a bit of a stream access. Sort of, I did plan to stream a bit before tonight, but I got a bit sidetracked. I was helping someone out. All good though. All good. But taking a little bit of a break from Blender this afternoon because I've had a really intense sort of 5 or 6 days now. I'm trying to think. If it started on, say, Friday. I think I reached the decision on Thursday, and then started working on Friday. Been Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That's fine, dude. That's my days. But we're doing well. I'm just going to have a quick drink because my mouth is dry. So if anyone's watching and wondering why I'm not in the Lotus right now, I'm going to be opening up the Lotus probably in about half an hour or so. I do want to have a little look at custom UI. Oh, damn, why have I coined it? That's nuts. So I didn't click on it from the... Sorry about that. Didn't mean to turn it into a floating coin. How rude. How rude. Yeah, I'm sure it's like a... She said? Quick fix, let's see. Fix using... I actually took a quick trial of Copilot to see if it was gonna help. Hi, Clyde, how you doing? Let's see. Property name does not exist on type string. Does not? Oh. What's that good? Don't want to be a string, though. Let's see, accept that. What am I doing? Am I just accepting it? I'm just accepting. I'm gonna go back to bed now. Yes, okay. No worries. Readable Horizon property string have no overlap. Okay. what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna reopen this again. I'm gonna say chat. Right, you ready for this? I'm gonna use Copilot inside inside VS Code, and we're gonna say how do I use find index? When you're having a brain guff, this is an absolute savior. I do encourage it. So how do we use find index method on an array of string called, I'm just going to sort of pop this up here and say to get the index of a oh wait, I think I just realized what's going on. Okay, to get the index of a Copilot should suggest, once I've done this, it'll actually come in hot and say, hey, what you're doing is rubbish. Okay, oh, it's done it already. Wow, that's quick. So if I copy that, I'm gonna pop this up here and let's see how close I was. Right, let's just get rid of that a sec, 'cause I'm not convinced I need it. Let's see what's happening here. So it's saying the comparison appears to be unintentional because of type string and readable horizon property string. Oh, quick fix. Let's try it. Face using Copilot. Let's do it. Values of type needs to be converted to string for comparison. Oh, okay. No, I got this. So I'm dealing with whole new types at the moment. So get value should probably do it. No, that's not going to do it. So how about instead? How about it said, how you doing, misbehaving? You're right. And thank you for the music video earlier. I'm gonna try converting that to string. And let's see what happens, alright? Don't know what kind of bracket I just put in. Is that... Or is it just a 2 string? Wait a second. 2 string? Does that even work in TypeScript? No way, it does as well. Let's just see, because it's lied to me before. Let's see, discard that. So like converting entered by name and then with a 2 string. Let's just hang about, because this has screwed me over before where I thought it's given me the actual answer. And then I've sort of looked back and it's like, no, thou shalt not do that. So what we're doing is we're saying, right, do we find a positive index, or rather an integer above -1 as a result of trying to track down that name file in that string array. So I wonder, actually, can I initialize that body to be something, so if we say 3.id.tiger, probably shouldn't leave that in there because that's not a great thing to submit into source control. To be honest, that sort of stuff should be passed in as a parameter and not actually thrown into source control. But that is actually how you would pass in a value. Just there now. What time is it, guys? 5 minutes past 8. Okay, great. And loads of time. Wonderful. Just gonna chat my phone a second, see if Jenny's been messaging. Bit bizarre. The thing is over. Hello, everyone on YouTube, by the way. Please feel free to check a message in the chat. I am watching. Been very quiet over there, you lot. Same with you, TikTok lot. You coming and going. Okay. Well, it hasn't aired yet, so I'm thinking maybe that's There's certainly a get look. I wonder if does it want me to use get rather than get value? I mean, is that... We would try that instead and see what happens. It was definitely suggesting that get was a string type. Yeah, a lot of people criticize sort of modern programming, and they're like, wow, you know, we have so much help with all this sort of like IntelliSense and code completion, but... And then people who sort of program back in the 80s are all like, oh yeah, you know, we didn't need that back in my day, and it's like the complexity of the code that you dealt with back then was nothing on what we have to deal with now. It's always my comeback to that sort of commentary. None of the principles the same, but the amount of things you got to think of far more. But luckily, yeah, or make yourself with AI. Most developers are these days. And honestly, if you're not, you're missing out. You're really missing out. Smart. You know, there are certain things it doesn't know, like, you know, for example, just starting on Horizon Worlds tooling now. We'll see, up until the 21st of November, none of these AIs have known anything about Horizon APIs, so it couldn't really help you there. But that may start changing now. And hopefully as you work more with technologies like Copilot, it's remembering these answers and sending them back that it can then help other people, so it's all fighting the good fight. Well, stuff. Cool. Alright. Oh, man. So, I was going to try and do a mood light, wasn't I? So, let's just grab this crap, and then... Oh, actually, no, I want to get started with the update loop. So rather than me typing it out, I do have this template script, which I'm going to pull everything out of. And throw that into mood light here. Oh, that's okay, I've already done it. So what I do now is I'm going to remove these, because there's no trigger or player enters world type scripts that need doing. So I'm just going to sort of, yeah, throw that there now. What we do, we're going to say, I want an array of colours, okay? So that's going to be my property definition, of which it will be, look at this. Because of these prop types, essentially, are strings, right? But in this example up here, this is actually being the number, which I think when I was picking it up, I thought maybe it was being clever and I just would swing in the number. But, you know, compile time, always use your references if you can. So we're going to do just that. Let's just check if anyone's in the Lotus right now. No one's in the Lotus right now, that's cool. So I my DJ bot's in there so I can just glance over. Can't hear anything, but yeah, it's nice to see. Anyway, so colors is going to be a color array, okay? And the default of that is going to be, well, it's going to be that. I think. Maybe. I don't know. I kind of want to get carried away here and do like color dot to red. Yeah, let's try putting some default colors in the array then, alright. So, much like in Horizon Worlds, when you add a variable, you start adding the duty does. That's how I'm saying. So we got the colors. I think also the oh, hello. What happened there? And goofed that up. Alright, moonlight. So let's go. So that's gonna be my next one, which is going to be the speed, okay? The speed is just an arbitrary value. It's going to be of type a number, okay? I do love coding. I miss coding. I used to do a lot of it. Now I don't so much anymore, but still got it. We can still got it. Yeah. So I'm gonna say default. Well, again, I've rewritten TypeScript. I've done a little bit of JavaScript in the past where I had to. Mostly working with things like sort of like a little bit of Angular, to be honest. Never worked with React though. Never worked with React. So the default number is going to be 1. I want the default speed to 1, okay? I need to put a comma at the end of here because it's a new line. I think this is something that's different from code blocks as well. When you declare variables in code blocks, they're sort of almost implied properties, right? Parameters that you pass in, which is an interesting one and a convention that I picked out, which doesn't mean anything. But a correct I picked up was one I wanted to do a sort of almost like a private param, like put an underscore in front of it, just signifying that on the outside, if it had an underscore in front of it, don't bother setting it on the outside because it's not meant to be set. Whereas the ones that are sort of Pascal cased capital letters at the front and don't have the underscores, they're, you know, go for your life. Go for your life. It wasn't always the case, I think. Yeah, it was a good visual cue for me to know that was the case, but that's where I'm going to kind of stop there. So I've got the speed and the colours, and that's all I really need for this. This actually, I've just realised I need to rename this to... I call it Moonlight 2, okay? The only reason I call it Moonlight 2 is because I think I've got a code block in there called Moonlight, and to be honest, I'm probably going to not call it Moonlight. I don't know if that's going to chew it up. I don't know. I've been doing this 3 for hours. So we've got the update, the pre-physics update. So I think I'm going to get rid of the pre-physics update. I don't need that in here. It's not a thing that I care about for the sake of a Moonlight. So let's just unbind that. I can get rid of the on-play enter trigger as well because this is not a trigger thing and there's nothing to do with players entering the world here either. So, who's following along? Coding looks kind of hard. Well, I'm not new to coding. I've definitely been doing coding professionally for a while. And I've been doing it as a hobby for a lot longer. Yeah. But, the trouble we got into. Okay, so now I'm gonna think what I'm gonna do. Well, I want a variable, and that variable's called, see, like this dot. Yeah, I keep trying to put like underscores in front of things. I don't need to. So we're gonna call it an alpha, okay? The alpha is a value that is gonna wrap from 0 to 1. Yeah. So this alpha, here we go, we can now specify. Do I give it an integer? No, it's not an integer, I'm sorry, it's a float at best, I believe. Oh, just number? No, just do a number. Assuming number supports, no. I'll see if we can set that to 0.5 just for laughs, okay? Maybe I don't put this in front of it. Maybe that's a mistake. Whoops. Dang. Well, there we go. Okay, well, it's liking that. Number is open-minded. It's, doesn't care whether it's an integer or a float, which is nice. So when I say integer or float, an integer is a whole number. It can only ever be a whole number. It can be 1, it can be 2, it can be 3, it can be 4. But an integer cannot be 5.5. That is not possible. And that's what a float is. And there's numerous types of floats depending on what they call precision, which is the number of decimal points you can go up to. But yeah, we need a numeric value. I think should be fine. Although I'm not clear on the number format of TypeScript and what that actually entails, but it sounds like it supports decimals. So if I just try it, I don't need massive precision, but let's see if it allows that. Yeah, it does. Great. Okay, cool. So let's push on. So we've got our alpha, and to initialize that as 0. 0.0 just to show off. Mind. Okay, I'm gonna start that. Sorry about that. So the next thing I'm gonna do, we've got our speed, we've got our alpha. Now I need to know index, okay? And the index is what color we're on. Sometimes when you're coding things, you do need to sit down and actually think up front. In fact, no, not sometimes, often, most of the time, you need to sit down and think about how you're going to write it before you actually try. Because you need to stretch. You've got to have that scaffold in your mind. Otherwise, you know, what are you doing? You can't write an algorithm around something if you haven't thought about it. So, someone used to always joke to blow on previous bosses. He said that coding was done 90% in the head and 10% of it on the keyboard. Which I thought was probably an understatement. I think 95% of it's done in the head. But another one of my sort of old work colleagues used to say that he doesn't get paid to write a lot of code, he gets paid to write the minimal amount of code in the right places the right way. I quite like that. So, you know, it's quite something you see with the newer developers. They spend a lot of time just hammering away at the keyboards, doing and undoing things, and try this and trying that. And what they could do, like the old ones, just tend to be sat back thinking about things and slurping a coffee, and then it's just. I don't know how people's experience of that differs to mine, but I can certainly say from a long time in the industry that is what I've observed. So. The index, we're going to say, is also a number, okay? Oh shit. Number. And that's actually going to be 0 to start. So what do I say when I mean index? Well, index is the index of an array. So our array has... No, don't send me party invites. What are you doing? It's like people just left for a line room world invites and party invites. No. Millisecond, buddy. So I wish you could turn off like notifications. That would be nice. I'd like that. If anyone from Meta or Reality Labs is watching, please allow me the ability to just turn off invites and or party chats. Green are 3 elements within that. Okay, so each one of those has an index. So red, because the first element, would be index 0. Blue, because the second element is index 1. Yeah, that's it. That's the thing. Arrays start at index 0, so your first element is index 0. So even though the length of your array is 3, because you've got 3 elements in it, the indexes you can use actually go 0, 1, and 2. That's it. There's no index 3, because you're starting at 0. And that's quite common. There's a few programming languages where the indexes do start at 1, actually. Can't remember any of their names, but it's the most common convention to start from index 0. Okay, so, now we've done that. There's probably a smarter way of doing this, but I'm going to say like previous index. P index. I'm always a fan of actually giving variables slightly more declarative names. So like prev index might be a bit more than P index. People might actually, when reading it, that's another sort of wisdom thing. When you write code, who are you writing code for? And the answer's actually surprising. You're writing it for the next developer behind you. That's it. It's if you weren't, and here's the justification. If you weren't, you'd be writing in machine code. So always be conscious to try and give things slightly declarative names. Great. Okay. Time is it, guys? Well, I got 10 minutes now. I'll finish the stream and head over to the Lotus if anyone's around. I'll be in there in 10 minutes. Okay. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna... What if we can lerp between 2 colours? Because we've got the colours in here, haven't we? What is the type of colour? Let's have a little play. So if we see on update colour. No, const. Carl. Oops. Sorry, let's type in a new keyboard as well. Well, colour is equal to colour dot. And if I say like blue, let's have a look at what type it is. Oh, did I just see a lerp there? Oh, look at that! It's actually code completion has just suggested that you can lerp colours. That's amazing. Why is it doing that? That's so bonkers. So it's given me a lerp with different colour. So if I specify a colour, I can then call a lerp command. And lerp, if you guys haven't come across lerping, lerping actually allows you to specify 2 values. And they can be scalar values, which is like, 1 or 2. Or 1.5 or 2.5, they are singular values, right? Or you can pass it vectors, like 3-part numbers. And of course a colour is, well, in this case a colour is a 3-part number, right? Yeah, that's interesting. So I'm just going to try and bank that in my memory. So lerping is done off an actual number type. So you specify your lerping from, which is the colour you're calling it on. You give it the N number, and then you give it the alpha. And if you remember, I specified the alpha above is 0. But alpha is a number in this case between 0 and 1. 0 would be the base colour, 1 would be the destination colour, and 0.5 would be whatever's in between, like halfway, equidistant. 0.25 would be like a quarter of on its way from the first colour to the second. And obviously 0.75 would be 3/4 of the way. So, very useful command. We will be using that. Lerp is absolutely fundamental to putting off the mood light, because you can phase between colours using a lerp, and that's why we gave a crap about it. So, what we're going to do here. First of all, that's good to know. I don't actually need to worry about the contents of colours then. If I just have a look at this, can I go to the definition of that? So, okay, so we'll look in here. Okay, so a colour type consists of 3 parts, R, G, and B. Each one is a numeric type. I'm going to assume in Horizon World that's still the case, that it's between 0 and 1, not 0 and 255, like we tend to see conventions for in other places. Certainly when we're talking, you know. Should I have a big yawn there? Man, I'm so tired. For the weekend already, or what? Yeah, I'm gonna hot chocolate after this. Will infuse me with a lot of energy. Cool. Bye. Okay. So, what I need to pass in, actually, I've just realised, actually, fundamental, we're making a mood light, guys. We're missing a light. I need to do that. So let's say light. Okay, and it's going to be a type of. Oh, can I do that? Yeah, type. Now remember, we deal with generics, okay, so we need to go for prop. Types dot light. Oh, shit. After I just say it, and the first thing I do is try and specify light. That's nuts. So we'll default that. I don't really need to type this bit, but I'm going to do it anyway for neat organization. Why not? Okay, so prop types entity. That's fine. So in the on update, I'm going to say light dot. Oh shit. Dynamic light gizmo. It is. It's a dynamic light gizmo. Maybe I should specify that in the name. I don't know. We get that. Okay, so this dot props. Oops. That's the funny thing. Copilot's getting a lot better at recommending stuff the more I'm using it. I don't know whether I recommend Copilot yet. I mean, I probably sound like an idiot saying that, because like everyone does, but from my personal experience, I do like to make up my own mind separately, aside from the hype if I can. And so far, it's growing on me, yeah. So look at this, we're going to set color. So if I say set color, the suggestions caught. But I don't. Why are you using those suggestions? You are nuts. Why not? Because it's literally written right there. Set color. And we're going to say this dot. It's literally everything it's saying here. Can I just grab that? This dot props. Oh, what does this light bulb do? I really want to do whatever it's telling me to do here without typing it. That would be just fantastic. Can we do that? Wait, sure there's a button that just lets me do that. So, colors for this dot index. Dot nip. No. Oh, actually, sorry. Const call, and that's gonna be color. We're gonna say. Well, prev index actually should be. I'm thinking previous index should probably start at 0 and index should probably start at 1. Might be a better idea. So we're gonna say the... Oh. Current... Okay. Are we doing for time? 4 minutes. Okay. Yeah, doesn't like what's going on here. What's it saying? Unresolved. Any quick fix? What are we saying? Oh, I need to bring in, don't know, like gizmos and import. Sorry again. This is something yeah. Yeah. Okay. Select set color. Region set color any. We've got current. Oh, because I haven't actually specified that. Does that? No. Set color. So it's going to be colors dot. Go. Someone in the White Lotus wants to ask me questions. Oh, so look. Who is it? Okay. Left the industry merely. What have we got? 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. I'll be there. So colors dot length. My mind has gone blank. I'm sorry. So, oh yeah. This dot props dot color. Colors dot you guys all still with me? There. Yeah. Cool. Oh, he was. Okay. Well, so if he didn't stick around more than 30 seconds, he couldn't have possibly needed me, so I'll take his name and then not speak to that person. Yeah, yeah, so mean. So props, colors, and want to say what is it that we were after? We're after the index, right? It's the current index. Am I going to say dot? Is it lip? Do we have a lip in here? Oh, hang on. Yeah, this dot index. My bad. Well, that's very interesting. Look at that. So I'm actually... Oh, I need to cast it, do I? Again. Weird. Okay. What do I learn on a color? To interlate lerp between 2 colors, you can create a function that easily But I'm sure it came up with something. There's some weird hallucination it came up with where it showed me there was actually a lerp on a bloody color. Not sure it's nonsense. I'll just check this actually, because if in the color class there is indeed a lerp. Slip, spherical linear interpreter, yeah. Slow up. Nip. So, entity style nip. Okay, guys, anyone in the streaming, hello. Sorry, this is, I have to keep looking at this, but, it's going mostly well, I think. Not bad. We got this far in 24 hours. Where are we going to be in another 24 hours? Who knows? Weekends are coming. Just bury our head in this. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in, and I'll see you